What's up? It's Yash checking in on the pulse. Ready to let everybody know what's been going on in current events and so forth and so on. Just recently, some things going on. It's the 50th anniversary of the Kennedy assassination.
Oh, is it?
So 50 years ago, November, Kennedy was murdered. Give yourself a big dummy slap if you don't understand that the official story is a lie. I think that's a good example of how everybody could understand that something doesn't make sense and it still rides with the official story. Like, I think most people understand that.
I think it was the driver, B.
Some people think it was the driver, some people say the grassy knoll, some people say some bystander from like on the other side of the car. All these theories are around, but nobody actually thinks that Oswald was a master sniper that could hit shots that sharpshooters of today cannot hit.
With a magic bullet.
The conspiracy theorists said only a magic bullet could do what the Warren Commission said that this bullet did. And they're correct. If, and let's underline and italicize the word if Connally was seated in the presidential limousine where they say he was, directly in front of Kennedy, and you have a shot proceeding on a downward trajectory, passing through on a straight line through Kennedy's body, then at this point right here, it would have to stop in midair, make a right turn, a couple inches, stop again, make a left turn, and proceed on to hit Governor Connally. And then the conspiracy theorists, they say, you know, bullets don't even do that in cartoons, and everyone starts to laugh.
Just recently, within the last week, 2 drones have fallen out of the sky. Just to let you know that it's real. I'm not comfortable with the well-functioning drones, let alone the faulty ones. Yeah, one falls in like around like Lake Ontario, falls out the sky. Another one falls and hits a military ship off the coast of California. So
look at those things, B.
They got different sizes.
They got different sizes.
Like
they
birds
could get fit in your hand.
Yeah. And they get big as, you know,
airplanes.
Little mini airplanes.
Like Cessnas.
Yeah. Either way, man, I don't feel comfortable with them cats looking all over our shoulders from the bird's eye view.
Peeping in your window, you don't like that shit.
Who's that peeping in my window? Also going on in the news, we had the House of Representatives. They recently passed a bill that would essentially undermine the Obamacare, basically allowing people to sign up for plans that do not fall within the Obamacare guidelines. This is not likely to pass in the Senate, and I think Obama also promised to veto it, but it is indicative of the change in America's tone towards the health care bill. I think these congressmen are starting to get a little worried about 2014 elections, and people are frankly upset. Yo, like I told y'all before last week, Obama apologized about this bill, lying about everybody not going to lose their health care plans. That's going on. So there's a lot of anger and resentment towards this plan. That's just another indicator right there. That's pretty much the biggest thing I got going on domestically here in America. Looking abroad, one thing, 95-year-old Nelson Mandela is actually sick right now. He has a lung infection and he can't speak right now. He can't even communicate verbally. So he's really
I thought he was sick from Eldris Elba's impersonation of him.
He is sick of that. How you do that, man?
Somebody wants me.
The accused are responsible for acts of sabotage with the intention of overthrowing the government.
Nelson Mandela, do you plead guilty or not guilty?
My lord, it is not I but the government that should plead guilty.
Honestly, though, the man's, full of history, rich in experience, and towards bringing black people further ahead within his sphere of South Africa, at least, anyway, so.
So like you know how to describe him. His wealth of experience, being a black man.
Man did like 30 years in jail, man. You know what I'm saying? Changed apartheid in South America, man. Like, yeah, that's one of the last historical.
Took him long enough.
Snap, yo. Somebody smacked that man, yo. The whole point is, it's an iconic black figure in the world for black people and for just people, citizens of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, the fact that he's 95 and he's not doing well right now, it's just something to know.
He's
You know what I'm saying?
95.
Yeah,
95 years old.
How many 95-year-old people you know that are doing well? Like he's lucky that he just started getting sick. The fuck? 95 years old, B? I'd be happy to be. I got a cold? Oh, man. What? Supposed to have been dead. This is the world.
The government doesn't want you to live.
Yeah, he's a black man that made it to 95? What? In Africa, you say?
Also, looking at Iran, they recently just elected a new prime minister over there. Since Ahmadinejad left, this new prime minister has been kind of going around showing a different tone for Iran.
Ahmadinejad left?
Yeah, he's gone. They voted a new guy in. His term is done.
Okay.
So at this point, this guy, he's kind of showing a tone like he wants to be a lot more friendly with the world. But,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so being that they got the new prime minister in, like, so the whole world's kind of looking and waiting to see, like, is he going to come with a different kind of tone? He basically is saying, like, the people hire me because they want to make sure that, we have a different kind of relationship with the outside world. He still believes that they should have the right to peaceful nuclear energy, which I kind of can't disagree with that. Like, it's bad enough that people in your neighborhood have nuclear weapons, and nuclear power actually saves countries money, and they're trying to advance, to keep up with competition and just, live a better quality of life. So either way, they feel like they should have it. They still feel like that. They went to these talks in Geneva. They were unsuccessful. They're now talking about another round of sanctions, which is going to increase the stalemate even further. People don't respect you when you're taking food out of their mouth. They made it to the point where a lot of banks can't do business with Iranian banks. They messing up business. Iran is doing bad. Like, they haven't.
Their economy is taking a hit.
Economy is bad, yeah, due to these sanctions. So if you increase the sanctions, man, it's gonna make it harder for them to come to agreement with, because they're gonna start looking at you like, yo, you don't have our best interests in mind. You're really trying to screw us like you did Gaddafi, Afghanistan, Iraq. We looked at you go all around our neighborhood and beat people down. We only gonna go but so far, and they feel like they represent the Muslim people, and they're gonna take the last stand. That's why they have a lot of like revolutionary, end of the world type of talking when they say certain things. Yeah. They feel like this is gonna be the last stand. Russia is kind of clicked up with Iran. They do a lot of business with Russia and China, which is our, and not enemies, but they are the other power in the world to kind of balance our power.
But if anybody was to ever push that nuclear button, like let's say that there was just this big ass red button, and it would detonate a nuclear warhead, it would be Afghanistan. It would be Afghanistan as opposed to, I think Afghanistan would do it before Iran did.
Afghanistan, they got the power to do nothing. We run Afghanistan.
We do. They don't
have their own.
But what I'm saying is, as far as radical Muslims go, they would be the ones that I think they would be the ones to, pull the trigger.
Yeah, but speaking of Afghanistan, that brings me to the next thing I want to say. You want to say something?
I would say it's crazy because, all the end of the days type of things in the Bible or whatnot, that type of stuff been going on in the Bible country for years now. Mm-hmm. Like that's end of days times they've been living in for a good long time now over there. In Bible country.
Well, yeah, but they feel like America is like the great Satan, because in a way we foster
out the Bible, right? And the Quran, like the devil, like America's the devil.
Well, I don't understand what they got a Quranic kind of view. I'm not 100% sure on how that works. It's not really like Satan out the Bible.
But they think they personify Americans as the devil. Whatever their main evil. That's the devil. They're in Bible country. These are end of times for them. These are end of times for them. These are end of times for them.
Now the thing that people don't understand is that these, a lot of Muslims actually believe that they will take over the entire world.
Okay.
And
Mac Miller thought he was gonna conquer the world when he got on his Donald Trump shit.
Take over the world when I'm on my Donald Trump shit. Look at all this money. Ain't that some shit? Take over the world when I'm on my Donald Trump shit. Look at all this money.
If you look at how Islam spread the first time, they didn't come knocking on your door asking you to convert to Islam. They went through murking.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be able to do that.
But Christians did that too.
Christians did do that.
Christians did that shit too.
At different parts in history, they had
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. They did it. Yeah,
No,
they
they
did
didn't
it.
take over countries and make you convert to Christianity.
Yes, they did.
When?
They did it in Africa. That's what missionaries are.
They didn't take over the country and make them convert.
What do you call it? What do you call Africa today?
In Africa, hold up.
What do you consider taking over?
Let's talk about it. Who took over what country in Africa? And
a lot of different European countries took over a lot of countries
that's
in
different.
Africa.
That's
That's different. Africa, the name Africa is from a Roman who originally conquered it. Africanus.
What they got to do with Christianity?
Where did Christianity come from?
Not Africanus.
Rome?
No, Christianity did not come from Rome.
You know what I mean.
The
organized religion, Christianity came from Rome.
The twisted idea of Christianity.
Yeah, it came from Rome. The niggas who was going around killing people and converting them were Roman Catholics.
Roman Catholics.
You know what I mean?
Because they killed Christ.
Look at Spanish Inquisition, my nigga.
Turn back around.
The Inquisitions, that's what y'all talking about? That's not taking over
one of the things I'm talking about.
Those are countries that were ran by a church state.
That's just some shit that Christians did also.
No, the thing is, they have run by a church state.
It's still Christians.
Alright, that's
all we talk about. Christians did the same thing. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, that's a government that says that they're a church and they kill people to make them. That's what Muslims do to this day. You go to a Muslim country and tell them you converted to. That just means you have a religious institution running your nation. What I'm saying is they're not going over. I'm gonna take over this country and then I'm gonna make you convert or I'm gonna cut your head off. I've never heard of that in history. Inquisition's when a country's already ruled.
I know, that's just one of the things, that's just one, I'm not saying the Inquisition was that. I was mentioning the Inquisition as some of the things that Christians have done.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
that way too, though.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe y'all can like me. I don't know what country they took over and made them convert. I don't know. But I'm not saying Christianity's better for that reason. I'm just saying that they spread their religion a different way than Christianity got spread. Christianity got spread over people dying for their religion. That's what made it possible for it to spread. These people had to die.
But you have to understand, just because it's different methods of doing it doesn't change the negative impact that it has to happen. Like, you have conservative and you have liberal ways of doing things. The conservative way is the way you speak of going in by the sword and saying that you have to be this and you have to do this, which has been done. And I think history has proven has been done. And you can even leave your imagination to what has been left out of the history books. But what I would say is there's also the liberal way of that, and that is like I believe Sun King said, through missionaries, through all those different groups that you
psychological warfare, like whatever they do is still damaging.
When the people are hungry and starving or under political pressure or under political rule by either warlords, people that have been bought and paid for. And when things are bad and you offer someone a religion, they're going to take it. If someone has nothing, if someone has a situation where they're living in a certain hell and you send people through there to get those people's minds and to give them a certain God and to give them a certain belief, of course you're going to take that. That's like being thirsty and taking a glass of dirty water. It's water. You're going to take it, So even though it's not going in with bayonets, with guns, and cutting people's heads off, I would argue it's more effective way of doing it because you gain the trust of the populace that you're trying to take over.
Okay.
Body bag.
Speaking about Afghanistan, though, as of right now, they are breaking records for poppy production.
Getting money.
Heroin export. Like, they're about to become a full-out narco state. That's what they call it when the
like Colombia
base of your economy is fueled and founded on drugs. It's the country we went to take over 10 years ago, man.
We put the poppy seeds there.
Yeah.
Like right after 9/11, won't it? We planted poppy fields there.
They were guarding. They had American soldiers out there guarding poppy fields.
But they were talking about poppy fields on New Jack City, and New Jack City was like in the early 90s.
Hey, Afghanistan been supplying. They said the Taliban
they had poppy
decreased
fields over there even way before 9/11.
They did.
No, because they was talking about the poppy fields used to be like in Colombia and South America and stuff like that. And China, that's where all the opiates are from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had it. They was producing poppy, but it won't till like way after New Jack City before we started bringing poppy fields over there.
They said in the 90s Afghanistan
Nino
was
Brown,
producing.
nigga.
And but
he would mark you out.
That's basically everything I got right now, man.
Good job, man. Give him a round of applause, everybody.
Updates. I appreciate y'all Tune in next time. I'm Yash. Holler at me. Hit the page if you want to comment or get involved in the conversation. And I'm out.
Give me a shout out for you, Deb.
Shout out, nigga. Shot right up out of here.
Nigga. It's real positive news, and then you go end it like that.
Getting the shotgun out.
Guess what you get, bitch.